Oh my gosh,
Fundamentals.
we would be the bad boys of Little League. I'm telling you now. We would beat the tar out of the other team.
I'm just gonna go out and say it. Joey Chestnut has to be on the pub.
Has to
Not
be.
pub more.
Has
I mean,
to be.
Has to be.
Dramatic, man. That was a journey.
First time on air. Anything to say to Lawan here to get him back?
Look, bro, there are stories I could tell people about Lawan, but we'll keep those right here. I'm gonna let him live.
So smart, and my team is so dumb. My coach he looks dumb. He's a big baby. This
Dude,
man,
those graphics.
Rip-
Episode 197, Pub Sports Talk. It's NFL draft. It's round one. It's like Christmas here for the pub. Preacher Man Fitzsimmons, Devontae Keith in the building. It's Fitz. You're gonna be our Schaefer baby. You're gonna break down every draft pick that's coming on, and I'm excited for this. And
Yeah.
before we've already had how many picks? 4, 5?
4 picks. No surprises yet.
Yeah.
It's pretty much gone. Chargers on the clock right now. I'm going to say receiver. I'm going to go ahead and just call it. I think Neighbors goes. But yeah,
Next year saying quarterback, but we'll
keep
see.
everybody updated. I'll interrupt whatever we're saying. I'm just going to keep interrupting.
I love it. I'm excited for it. Devontae, this is where your franchises can turn this around. The Falcons can make some run. It's a brand new season, baby.
one would dream. But hopefully, if they end up trading back like we've been hearing, hopefully it's worth it. Because if it's not Dallas Turner, I'm gonna have bad words.
Yeah, Dallas Turner, Alabama. Also, love this shirt. The Panthers.
Yeah, shout out my boy Forte. I guess the Panthers too, but it's more so for Charlotte. But yeah.
Yeah, that's fresh. I like it. All right. We got a little trivia here, boys. We're doing a little emoji test. See if you guys can identify these teams based off 3 emojis. All right. We're going to start with the NFL.
All pro teams, college teams.
All pro teams.
Okay.
I'll tell you the league beforehand.
Okay.
So, first one, NFL. We have the rain cloud, volume up emoji, and waves emoji.
I got it. Seattle Seahawks.
That a boy, Devontae. Seattle Seahawks, 12th man, loudest. Good job. All right, next up, this MLB team. We have a police emoji, parents emoji, British Royal Guard emoji.
Oh.
Baseball.
Oh, wait. Do I have to give it to Fitz since I got the first one, or can I try it?
Go for it. You can jump in.
Go for it.
I think it's,
Is this the Mets?
It's not the Mets.
Okay. They had the police history.
Yeah, NYPD, you would think. Yeah.
Wait, what was the last one? I'm still just, I'm lost.
The last one was Seattle Seahawks.
Oh.
You had the rain cloud, Pacific Northwest. You had the volume up, 12th man.
Okay.
Yeah.
You had the C.
London or British. Can I just say like Boston Red Sox?
Not Boston Red Sox. Think about it. Police, Royal Guard, parents.
Kansas City Royals. I have no idea. I have no idea what this game.
Oh wait, that's not it?
No.
Oh, all right. You got the Royals. You got a child. Well, you said, is that a family or a child?
It's 2 parents.
2 parents. All right.
With a child.
Shoot, man. I guess the Yankees. I don't know.
Going with NYPD. No. Fitz, I'm going to give you one more, then I'll say it.
I'm thinking law, family. That's just so like generic. I just don't. I got nothing.
The Cleveland Guardians.
Oh, parental
They're all
guard.
guards. They're guardians.
Uh,
They're protectors.
that's
Man,
that's
All
tough.
right. This NHL team.
horse hockey.
Hockey.
Red Wings.
Oh, that a boy
Yeah.
Fitz. That was quick. Red Wings, Red Circle.
I don't know what the
Eagle,
car has to do with it.
Motor City.
Okay.
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
Okay. I got it. I got
Did you
the
come up
red.
with these, or did you steal it? Because
Pretty big brain. No, I stole 2 out of the 4. So
okay,
Yeah.
I like it.
all right.
What kind of
Last NBA team. We have a gold bar. We have mountains. We have a clown.
Denver Nuggets.
Denver Nuggets. Too easy for the kid.
The clown.
Good job. Jokic.
Oh
Yeah,
Oh.
Joker. Dude, I was gonna be a pickaxe, and I was like, "That's too easy." And I was like,
No, see, I thought the
You should've
mountain
put
was
a-
too
You should have
easy.
put a
That
horse.
looks- the mountain
Oh.
looks exactly like their logo.
"Horse would have been
It
good."
really
Yeah,
did.
maybe mountain was too good, too easy. Good job, boys. Y'all did pretty good. Minus the Guardians, but I think that was a little tricky for you guys.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead. Let's talk about the NFL draft. Let's get out the way, and then Fitz will continue with updates as we go.
Yep. Chargers pick is in, so we're waiting on the Chargers.
Holding our breath. We also have NBA, NHL playoffs to talk about. We've got Reggie Bush getting his Heisman, Stuart Scott third for 30. We got a lot of good stuff talking this episode, so I'm excited for it. Let's go ahead. Let's break it down. NFL draft. It's no secret for you guys. It's definitely no secret for me. I'm not a big fan of this quarterback draft class, so we'll go ahead and we'll start there. If you have to draft a quarterback, I think Daniels has the most upside. Michael Penix with his injury history, it scares me, but I like how he throws the ball. Caleb Williams, I don't know if he's mature enough. I don't think he's ready enough. Michael Pratt out of Tulsa. We'll see if competition was up for him. Spencer Rattler, South Carolina. He's got some upside. Jordan Travis, Florida State, come back from the knee injury. Joe Milton can sling that thing a mile and a half, but he'll miss it by a mile and a half too.
Mhm.
Tennessee, Austin Reed from Western Kentucky. Once again, competition just like Michael Pratt. And then Drake May, Bo Nix, and JJ McCarthy. I have them toward the bottom of the list here. I'm not convinced in any of these quarterbacks in this draft class. It's very similar to last year where I thought Bryce Young, he's too little. Injuries are going to catch up to him. Caleb Stroud and Anthony Richardson had the most upside, and we saw some great upside from Stroud. That draft class had more star power than this one, I think. I'm just not sold on it. Your all stats real quick on quarterbacks.
For starters, the Chargers just took Joe Alt,
Yes, sir.
Notre Dame offensive tackle. So,
Yeah.
didn't go receiver. Went with the O line.
I
I think this QB class has the most question marks that I think we've seen in a
Mhm.
class. Like, not to say they're bad. It's not a bad thing. Like
I'm saying it.
I think it just raises. This one is just there's so many question marks, and again, I think it even means, like, again, if you're thinking of like ceiling and floor, it's just the widest range that I think we've seen in a draft class. Usually, like, we can tell it's like, all right, Joe Burrow, Trevor Lawrence, like, we kind of have our mind made up of where they'll go. And then there's other QBs. You're like, Zach Wilson, like, we'll see. Like, I don't know. Like, there's those classes where, like, going in, it's like, yeah, it's not a strong QB class. And then there's like those elite classes. And this one is, I don't think anybody can make up their mind. No one ever knows. But this class especially, I feel like nobody knows. Nobody has a clue where to put a lot of these people.
I don't think there's been like a confidence in quarterbacks since, I guess, Trevor Lawrence. Like, we knew he was going to be like at least a doable starter, and he's still just that pretty much. So I mean, he proved everybody right. But this right here, like, I like the sort of mystery of the draft. Like, they're trying to make us believe that, oh my God, these are going to be game changers, and I think they do that all the time.
Yeah,
because but I know, like, if I had to draft a quarterback, I too would be scared. But something I'm thinking about, I've always been high on Jordan Travis, and of course the knee injury scares me. But apparently the Falcons, Spencer Rattler had a good showing in the Senior Bowl. He had a good showing when he was at Oklahoma up until Caleb Williams came. And initially we thought Caleb Williams was just a flash in the pan, just like a benefit of, I guess, second team or like teams just giving up.
Yeah.
And then he gets to USC, and I don't know if it was the game plan. I don't know if it was the coaching. I don't know if it was him. I don't know if it was the receivers because, well, actually, no, never mind. He really did have a good receiver, and the receiver put up pretty good numbers. So just because Jordan Travis had the knee injury, I think I would try out Spencer Rattler. I'll throw myself on the table and say I'm gonna try Spencer Rattler out.
Yeah, I was gonna.
I'm like everybody else. Like I've seen Austin Reed, Bo Nix, kind of meh.
Yeah.
Michael Pratt, I haven't really seen anything, but Tulane wasn't really anything to write home about. So I take Spencer Rattler.
Hey,
just for the size and just for the good film at least. And
put some respect on Tulane's name.
Yeah, and I feel like just because like he's been disrespected on TV so many times, I feel like he would play with a chip on his shoulder at the least. So that could possibly make him some sort of a game changer.
And see, I actually thought the best quarterback in this class, that they're hurt. It's Jordan Travis. I thought before the injury, he was miles ahead of everybody else. Potentially could have been the Heisman winner. So like that's interesting. Like for me, depending on a lot of these teams do need to just go get their guy. But if you have the opportunity to get Jordan Travis in like the third, I'd say third. I don't know how far he'll drop. Maybe fourth round, but it's like you can maybe take the gamble on taking a position player, a skill player, a defensive player, and then just take your shot with Travis. I don't know. I just don't. As much as there's question marks about Jordan Travis, I feel like there's question marks about all these guys. I don't want to take JJ McCarthy with the 7th pick or wherever he goes. Actually, Giants just picked Malik Neighbors off the board. Wide receiver at LSU. Yeah, who's the QB in New York right now? Is it still Danny Dimes?
Danny Dimes, yeah.
Nobody else has come
Dimes
in?
and what's the other dude?
Passon Paisan.
Yeah,
I'm going blank. But yeah, Devontae, I was going to ask you. You're the only one of the three of us that has quarterback question marks. Where the Packers obviously have Love, Fitz, and I have Joe Burrow. So you're going to take, if you had to take a quarterback here, you're taking Spencer.
Yeah, which means I'm not taking him. Obviously, I'm not taking him in the first round. Which I like that way better. Like I feel like he could end up being a sleeper pick. So you take some of these skill positions, you build around him. So like you can kind of hide him a little bit up until like he develops a little bit more, which should have been the case past few years. But anyway, you said you have to draft a QB off the board. You didn't say when. So
That's right.
I would easily take him late.
Yeah.
Like I don't think he deserves to be the way like these quarterbacks look now. I don't think he deserves to be undrafted. That's crazy. It's disrespectful again. So again, you add that to the disrespect, boy, he can take over the league.
Yeah. One more thing about quarterbacks. I agree with you, Devontae, 100%. How many quarterbacks are going in this first round? We've already got Williams, Daniels, May. Do we see the over of 3.5 hit? Do we think a fourth quarterback gets taken in the first round?
I think the under hits with just 3.
Yeah.
Then that day 2, they just pull them all.
Oh no, we're gonna see a lot of QBs go.
Yeah.
What's the over under?
First round. I'm talking about tonight. First round.
He said 3.
It's 3.5.
3.5 is the line.
We're at 2 now.
Over.
Yeah.
Hammer the over.
Wow. I'm kind of
McCarthy's going for sure, and that makes it 4. And I think you could potentially see. I think you could see someone go.
Man, that's a reach.
It's only been 2 so far.
Daniels, Williams, May.
Pick.
Those are
What are
three.
the?
Oh, yeah.
What are the
Oh.
Vikings gonna do? Vikings have to. I don't know.
I think they'll trade. I think they'll.
I think
they'll find a
McCarthy
quarterback.
goes in the first round.
Man.
Like if he doesn't go in the first round, I'd be shocked.
Like I
They were talking about trading Justin Herbert to the Vikings. I think they might have been joking, but they were talking about trading Justin Herbert to the Vikings so McCarthy could go.
yeah.
But that would be nasty.
If
That-
McCarthy
that's-
drops, someone's gonna snag him. Like someone's gonna trade and pick him.
I just man.
I'm not saying he's great.
Right.
I'm just saying he's supposed to go. He's
yeah. So
like,
you
if he doesn't go to the Vikings at 12, I think I'd be very surprised. Like if he even goes that long.
man. There's a lot of reaches in like.
Well, we got so Tennessee's on the clock right now. Then we got Atlanta,
Yep.
Chicago again. They don't need another quarterback.
What if they
Jets? Oh, sorry,
Oh.
Vikings at 11, and then Broncos at 12.
do? That'd be
Which
the most
Broncos
Chicago
might
thing
take a
ever.
quarterback.
They got
Broncos might
Zach
need a
Wilson. They got the
QB.
MILF Hunter. They don't need one, man.
They don't want him.
All right. Let's talk about the rest of the big board here. The position groups that I'm 100% sold on: wide receivers, D tackle, offensive tackles, cornerbacks. This thing is rich with it. Marvis Harrison Jr. already taken off the board. Malik Neighbors already taken off the board. Joe Alt already taken off the board, rightfully so. Brock Bowers, I think the only thing that goes against him, the tight end from Georgia, is that he looks like he should be an accountant, not a football player. You put him next to Gronk. I don't know if you guys saw that picture. Gronk's like, yo, that's a tight end. Brock Bowers, like, that guy does Gronk's taxes. Like, he just doesn't have that frame. I think they'll put that muscle on him. I think he'll get that frame.
He plays company softball.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Now, the dude can ball, and
Yeah.
I hope Cincinnati can take him at 18. I don't think he'll be there, though. Brian Murphy, the second defensive tackle at Texas. He's awesome. Ruma Dunzin from Washington,
man.
wide receiver. He's a phenomenal.
Brock Bowers is gonna light this league up. I'm
dude.
calling it right now.
I agree.
This has Heath Miller, Phil. Who is the
Ooh.
guy on was it Chris Cooley
Yeah,
on Washington that
Washington. Yeah,
one year? He just got that vibe to him.
he does. He does.
I like the Chris Cooley mention because that makes a lot more sense. People forgot about Chris Cooley. Chris Cooley was the truth. I'll tell you what, one of the Zach Millers, whichever Zach Miller had the low cut, he was pretty good too. So I think that's a good comparison. But I think he was big. He might have been bigger. I don't know.
Maybe a little bit, yeah. And the guy Devontae was saying he really wants, Dallas Turner, defensive end from Bama.
Mhm.
I think he can be obviously an edge setter, but he can be like a Hutch, like he is for Detroit, where you kind of have a building block and then you build off around him. I think Dallas Turner has that type of star power. And if Atlanta passes on him, I'll be shocked. Tennessee might get him before Atlanta does.
I gotta say this: if they do pass on him, it better be for a lineman. And they better be sending Caleb McGarry. Like, I will forever have smoke for Caleb McGarry. I hope someday he stumbles upon this podcast and hears me talking ill about him, because I really mean this shit. He's got to do
We'll add
better,
him.
and he got to do better elsewhere.
We'll add him.
McGarry, your job is on the line in my eyes.
Any other thoughts about the draft class? Obviously running backs, I don't have any on my list here. We've talked about the running backs a couple weeks ago. It's rich with running backs too.
Yeah.
Anything draft related you guys want to talk about before we move on? Then Fitz will give us updates as we go.
I never know.
None of the
I'm never gonna pretend I'm Mel Kiper and I know everything. These people know absolutely nothing.
I'll say Isaac Guaranado from Louisville. That is my sleeper.
I like that.
For running backs. Him and Marshawn Lloyd.
Dude,
those are my sleepers.
You've been spying on my list here? Yeah.
No, like, I've been watching them. I watched them in college. Well, I watched Guaranado during the bowl game.
Yeah.
Damn, where he's I don't know. He wasn't. It was Jawar Jordan that ran roughshod across NC State, and he sat out. So Guaranado came, ran worse. I was like, I hope he doesn't have like the John Asiata arc where he's hot and then he's not and he's out. So hopefully he can keep it up.
Man, yeah, I like those sleeper picks a lot, man. All right, let's talk a little playoffs, boys. This is what the people came to see. We'll start with hockey, finish with NBA. I don't obviously out of the three of us, I think I watched the most hockey out of you guys. Tim obviously just touches himself to hockey, so it's a little different. But these
Yeah,
series have been money.
I've tuned in.
You tuned in?
in
That a
a
baby.
little bit.
That a
I've
baby.
dabbled a little bit.
I know Devontae's been betting on it. He's
Hell
a gremlin
yeah.
like me. Yeah, he's a gremlin like me. Rangers Capitals. This is the only lopsided really series that we've had. The Rangers are just teeing up on the Caps. 2-0. Canes with the maybe the comeback of the decade, the generational comeback. Down 3 goals to come back to win by 2 goals. Are you kidding me? Canes, baby, take a 2-0 lead. They play game 3 tonight. Panthers, Lightning. Panthers up 2-0 against the defending champs, Lightning, but that game's been like back and forth, back and forth. We'll see tonight. They play in Tampa. Boston Bruins, Maple Leafs 2-1. On the West, you got Stars and Vegas Knights. The Stars, they're supposed to be a high caliber offense. They can't get going against this Vegas defense. The Canucks stole one in game 1 against the Predators. Predators still won back. That's been great. Physical series. Jets, Avalanche, Goalapalooza, all up in your face. Goal-asm. Like they've been putting that puck in the net left and right. And then Oilers, Kings 1-1. I'm loving these series, boys. I'm all into it. Any hockey thoughts from you guys?
Who? Oh, remember we did the. Are you keeping up with like who?
Oh, I got our picks, baby.
Yeah. What's up with the? Because I will say there was that last Stars and Golden Knights game. I'm not gonna lie, like it was late. It was a late game, and I just like, you know what? Let me see what the Vegas Knights are hitting on. And I bet on the money line because I was talking shit. I remember I was talking shit. I was like, well, let me see what they're really hitting on. And they won that game. So, and they're up. They're up, right? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Vegas up 2-0.
So maybe they heard me talking shit.
All right. So our picks, we all took Vegas, which is great. So we're all in the same boat there. Tampa Bay, we all took Tampa, so we're worried there, right?
Sorry, JC Latham just got drafted.
JC
That's his
Latham.
name.
The
The
tackle out
offensive tackle for Bama.
Yeah.
He just picked up Roger Goodell when he got on stage. I was cracking up.
Dude,
He hugged, he dapped Roger Goodell and then like lifted him.
little bear hug action. I'm for that. I like that.
Crazy.
We all took Rangers except for Fitz. He took the Caps. He was in his Ovechkin haze.
I don't hate it.
Yeah.
It's not a series till you lose at home.
No, it's done, Fitz. I don't. Anyways, we all took the Canes. We all took Tampa Bay. Tim took Toronto. We all took the Bruins, and then we all took Vancouver. And the Preds are making us sweat that one out. And then Tim and myself took the Avalanche. Keith and Fitz took Winnipeg. So good series, boys. So Pick'em's race. It's getting close. Any other hockey talks? If you're not watching playoff hockey, I don't know what you're doing. This has been great. This is one of the best weeks of the season of sports in general of the calendar year. You get meaningful games every single night.
And I will say this may segue us into basketball, but the Canes night where they scored 2 goals in 9 seconds?
Yeah.
Or something crazy like that. It was literally that game. It was like the Canes, they come back and end up pulling it out of their butts. And then the Knicks basically did the same thing against who are the Knicks playing?
The
Sixers.
Yeah, Sixers.
Yeah, Philly was up, and Knicks scored like 6 points in 11 seconds. So then that happens, and then you had the Lakers up 20, and Jamal Murray hits the game winner. This all happened like right after each
on
other.
AD in his face.
Yeah,
it's crazy. So yeah, love this time
mad with the Sixers and Knicks. The next day, they came out and said that Tyrese Maxey was fouled twice.
Mm-hmm.
I hate when they do that. Like, what does that prove?
What good does it do?
It was wild too because like we could see it live. They pushed him. You know, Tyrese Maxey is lightning ass. They pushed him as soon as he inbounded the ball and he fell. And I think Nick Nurse was calling for a timeout, screaming, and they didn't hear him. Come on, bro. Like you didn't hear him. You didn't think to like see a player on the ground. The player on the ground didn't call a timeout. Come on now.
Oh baby,
So
we got a live
New York's getting a
look-in.
little nasty.
We got a live look-in of Arthur Smith. Falcons are on the clock.
They got.
I mean, that's the thing. I feel like this could be a quarterback. We'll see.
You know what?
Devontae might blow up the
I
iPad he's
can
on.
accept it. I can accept it. I can accept it. I'm not even playing. Like they tried to do the whole prototypical quarterback thing with Desmond Ridder mistake. So now they actually have a proven quarterback twice. He played in Big Ten and Pac-12. That's two conferences. Did well in both. And he has a good quarterback that's eventually who they overpaid, but eventually he's not going to play anymore. So now they don't find themselves in that position. We're like, oh shit, we're out of quarterback. We got to scramble. I get it. Thank you, Terry. I'm not even playing. Thank you, Terry.
Devontae's
very smart business decision.
steps 2 through 4 of the grieving steps and went straight to acceptance.
Yeah, because
Rogers walking on the stage. Here we go.
Yeah, if it's Bo Nix.
All I know is also, Vontae, do you have a Panther shirt on?
We talked about it. That was the first 2 minutes.
Sorry, I was trying to get my stream. Michael Penix.
704.
Michael Penix Jr. He looks like Dion.
Yes,
He's got the
sir.
white shades on, clean suit.
Oh,
Devontae,
That's
what's
a
your
good
thoughts?
pick. That's a great pick.
woo!
Vontae, what do you think?
I like it.
I think
You
like
know what?
too.
Glad because like that means Shador is not a possibility anymore. So that's cool. I didn't want it, Shador. Michael MPJ.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I think that's a
I'm
great.
with it.
That's a great.
I'm
pick.
with it.
I feel better
So
about that one
He's between.
than the other one.
Yeah, I've got him higher than my Drake May. So
He's between Kirk Cousins and Taylor Heineke. You put them together, you kind of got him. So you know what? I'm with it.
Oh
I'm
man,
with it.
dude, they're gonna be nasty. Penix and Bijan. That's kind of a
Kirk's
kind of
gonna
two
be a
young
starter
stars,
though.
man. Hey, that's true. That is also true. You got Kirk. Kirk can definitely. He can teach him a thing or two. I don't hate that pick.
Hopefully.
That's a good pick.
I was really hoping Devontae was going to throw something because before we went on air, he goes, "I don't want a quarterback." And then throughout the last 28 minutes, he's decided he's okay with a quarterback.
Yeah, I
Penix
have
is
to
the future.
because I wasn't thinking. I was so high up on Dallas Turner, and I just kept thinking, and I was like, you know what? If you're really business minded, you try to think ahead, and thinking ahead means we don't have this damn quarterback corral that we just had. Like that was bro. That was awful. So you know what?
Yeah, and Kirk's
Let's
like
work.
what?
MPJ. Let's work.
Is Kirk 33, 34?
Oh,
So
Yeah,
Mhm.
man. I just that's
cool.
What a mental cycle for Devontae the last 30 minutes. What a
Wow.
cycle. All right, NBA playoffs.
Saw it first day and woo!
Oh, jeez.
All right.
Celtics Heat 1-1. I don't want to talk about last night's game. Drew Holiday, KP did not show up. They decided, fuck this. We want to do something else. That's all I'll say about it. Knicks.
They had 23, 43, 3 points. Y'all got to get it back in blood.
Dude, fuck Tyler Hero. Knicks, Sixers. Knicks are up 2-0. Fitz talked about that amazing comeback the Knicks had. Josh Hart, man, baby. He's all heart. I love him. I'm betting the house on the Knicks every night. They're just fun to watch right now. Bucks, Pacers 1-1. I feel like Indiana's figured out that they're one of the youngest teams in the playoffs, and they just run the Bucks out of the gym. And that's what they did the other night, and it worked. And I think they're going to continue to do that. If Giannis can't go, the Bucks are dead. They're dead in the water. Cavs up 2-0 on the Magic. I don't think we're shocked here. Thunder up 2-0 on the Pelicans. Definitely not shocked there. Nuggets up 2-0 on Lakers. The Timberwolves are up 2-0 on the Suns. Now they got to go back to Phoenix. Maybe they can steal one there, and the series probably over. And then Clippers, Mavs 1-1. These have been great playoff series as well, minus the Thunder Pelicans. These have all been blowouts. Thoughts from you guys? Or do you guys want me to read picks real quick?
Yeah. Throw the picks out there.
I don't want.
We had a Celtics sweep. We had a Knicks. Me and Fitz had Knicks. Keith took Philly. Don't you feel silly? See what I did there?
Yeah, it does. It's not a series we lose at home. I'll
Keep saying
stand on that. I'll stand on
Keith Hackey took Milwaukee. Fitz took the Pacers. Keith took the Cavs. I took the Cavs. Fitz, you took Orlando. We had Sacramento winning the playing game against the Pelicans.
That's true.
So,
Do we get to repick?
yeah, I say we repick here. I'm gonna take obviously OKC. I thought
Who
if
did
Sacramento
Who
was
did
coming
I
out-
pick?
You took OKC, so you're
Yeah, I'll
good.
just keep
Devontae took Sacramento. Me and him were drinking the same Kool-Aid.
Oh.
Do you want to go Pelicans or Thunder here?
You know what? I'm a go Pelicans.
Okay, I like it. Keith Fitz took LA. I took Denver. We had a Minnesota sweep. We had a Dallas sweep. So that's our pick so far.
I will say the one
I
thing
don't
for
know.
LA, I thought of
About
this.
even.
Both-
This is crazy.
Oh, sorry,
No, you go
I'm
ahead.
glitching. But the LA, like the one thing is, yeah, they got beat. They had a bad beat, Jamal Murray at the buzzer. But it's kind of a good sign that they've been in Denver, and I feel like they've had the lead for a good portion of the game. They just haven't closed it out. Granted, game one, D'Lo had a terrible game. This game two was much better for D'Lo, and they just couldn't close it out. I just feel like they could go to LA and even the series, and it just kind of start a buzz like for the first round. Some of these other series, I don't know. I could see it being really hard to come back for some of these 2-0 deficits. But that's one I think the Lakers could actually even it out. I don't know. That's just my first thought.
Tonight has to be the night because I do like the idea of because apparently, I left out on the Magic losing. I mean, I'm sorry, they were winning. They were beating the Cavs. I don't know if let's find out. They were beating the Cavs. So right now the score is that's the draft.
Bears just took Odunze, by the way.
Odunze, yeah.
Yeah, never mind. Yeah. So who happened?
Bears took Odunze, Washington wide receiver.
Yeah, so the Cavs losing 75-115 to the Magic right now. So
And
I don't
2
know.
minutes
I
to
do
go.
like the idea of first two at home, first two away, back and forth. So I like it. It really shows like who can play where. So we'll see who gets that edge out wherever they land.
Yeah. I mean, is there any series that we're kind of reconsidering here? Minus obviously the one we thought Sacramento was going to make it out of. But to me, I think you guys are right. It's anyone's ball game. Even the Cavs Orlando, I thought that probably was 75% wrapped up. And then tonight, the Magic are on a roll right now, which that's why you love playoff games. You love the playoff sections because it's anyone's game, anyone's night. It doesn't matter.
I don't know. They have been pretty good. They have been pretty fun to watch. Not fun to bet on, but fun to watch.
Yeah, dude, the player overs, it's killing me.
Easily.
I'm like, yeah, Bronson, he'll go over 28 points and he'll get like 27. I'm like, damn it. We're like, yeah, Derek White will hit 2 threes, 1 3.
It's a
Kills
racket.
me. It's a racket. Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead. Let's talk a little Heisman action. Let's talk Reggie Bush and his Heisman. All is right in the world. Reggie Bush finally has his Heisman Trophy right. It's about damn time. It just made sense. Like with the changing of the landscape of college football, the NIL deal, this is obviously, I mean, we've been saying this for years that what he took did not benefit his playing style. Like it didn't help him become the best player in the country. It helped his family, but I'm just glad he finally got his Heisman. Now I can focus all my attention on Pete Rose getting in the Hall of Fame. I'm all in on that one.
Good
now.
luck.
I did
luck on
my
that
job with the Heisman committee. Now it's MLB.
I don't know. The purists are still alive.
The old whites. Just say it how it is, Devontae.
They're gonna be around for a hot minute, so you might be stuck.
When are the Fab Five gonna get their banners back?
Yeah, Fab Five. Also, Jim Tressel and the Ohio State Buckeyes need their legacy back too. I think those three, like those two teams, deserve to be righted. Is that right? Is that a word? Righted?
Sure.
I don't know. Vindicated. That's the word. Vindicated.
There we
Vindicated.
go.
Thank
That's
you.
a little. Yeah.
Look, Devontae's an English teacher. He used to be.
I like it. I like it.
But I don't know. Like, I've always wondered. Last night I texted my theory. They were like, well, I think they kept thinking like, well, if we let one in, we got to let the other in. And so I guess they figured since OJ passed, they were like, well, Reggie didn't allegedly kill someone. So all he did was, take a little money, maybe buy, some illegal benefits,
Yeah.
the usual. So let's let them slide in. But at the same time, I wonder if it would have been different had that Manziel documentary didn't come out. Like they were considering it, but a lot of times you don't know you're trouble until other people know the wrong you've done. Mm-hmm. So it might have been that case. So with Manziel, I kind of feel bad that it had to be Manziel to bring it to light. Like they didn't know what was going on. But I wonder if it would have been different had Manziel not said what he said, or had he not had his documentary come out.
Yeah, I think you're right. As much shit as Manziel got, and I rightfully so when he went to the pros, but what he's done the past year to like kind of right those wrongs and like, hey, I was a kid, I grew up, and like this is what happened at Texas A&M. The NCAA knew about it, they didn't do shit about it, and then for him to outspeak and say, hey, I'm not coming to another Heisman function until you make it right. Like boys, I hate to say it, I'm a Money Manziel fan now. I'm gonna say it. I'll throw up the celebration. That's right. It's also one of the coldest celebrations.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Like that was a celebration. He was.
Yeah, that's true.
In everybody's face. Like what? I was like, well, that's a wild boy right there for real.
That's wild. I never thought about that. Fitz, thoughts from you here. Reggie gets the Heisman Trophy back. Preach on it, preacher man.
I don't know much about it. I'll be honest. Like I'm trying to remember. Like he got like an SUV or something.
He got a car, and the big thing was his parents stayed in a booster's house.
Yeah.
Wait, that's it?
That was the big thing. That was the
it
thing.
Was like it was like really
yeah.
It's like one of the most minor offenses of all of them.
I thought he was getting like bread, like stacks of money or some shit.
No, it was mom and dad getting a South California home, and that they paid rent, but it was like $5 a month. But technically, they still paid a rent. But then Citadel was like, "No, I can't let this slide."
Mm. Oh, they're going to hell. Like,
which what? I have,
that
and
is
again, the thing for me is I have issues when it's like. I don't understand. Like, there's a weird thing about vacating wins and championships and Heismans, because I feel like once they give that, it's like you can't really take that back. You can't be like unless there was like cheating on the court or something, or like cheating or like substance abuse or something like that, where it's like, okay, Barry Bonds, 700 home runs. We all know that wasn't legit. We all know that you were juicing up or whatever. I think that's different than like, oh yeah, Reggie Bush, he's not the Heisman winner anymore. It's like, no, Reggie Bush won the Heisman and he got it taken from him.
That's exactly it.
Like we know that it's bullshit. And part of it is I get upset that it feels like the players get in trouble when it should be, these boosters or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like they should just crack down on
Thank you.
on that
but no,
stuff, you know?
Yeah, dude. If I'm 18, 19, 20 years old and someone's like, hey, I'll slide you a couple bands.
Yeah.
Nobody has to know. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, dude.
But Nick Saban was doing that like what? Nick Saban's been doing that for the longest time, bro. And then now that I think about it, Dabo was doing it because I swear something happened to where somehow Deshaun Watson's family somebody's family got housed, and it was either UGA or Clemson. I forgot which one it was. And then before the NIL, if you remember, Warwick Dunn, who used to play for the Falcons, he was building houses for families. You mean to tell me some of those players' families weren't staying in them houses from Florida State? Come on now.
I agree.
People gotta stop living like that, man.
I'm telling you, you go to Bama on a visit, Chryslers all in the football field.
Another QB off the board. JJ McCarthy to the Vikings.
Oh my gosh. No.
Called it. What did I say?
You called it, but dude, that's a reach, man.
I mean, I guess it fits. He fits the Kirk Cousins mold aesthetic wise.
Yeah.
I don't know about.
I love that pick.
Yeah, I bet you do, Packers fan.
You know they're not going to take. I said earlier this.
And what if he gets up there and eats y'all up?
That'd be funny.
Then more power to them. I just think it's funny. I feel like they should be the ones to like drop back, trade their pick, and then lick their chops on Jordan Travis.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to take their chance on a Florida State quarterback after the Christian Ponder experiment.
No,
all those years ago.
And EJ Manuel. Yeah.
That was their fault. It wasn't even that good.
Tinfoil hat on, boys. This is all a ruse. McCarthy gets traded to Chargers. Chargers trade Herbert. Coach Harbaugh has his quarterback now. He's got the guy he's groomed for this spot. Fitz, you're not buying that stock.
Okay. He's already got his guy. He knows Justin Herbert's that guy.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. I'm just trying to play devil's advocate here. All right. Let's go ahead and move on. We're going to talk about it. The fuck is going on in Cincinnati's front office? The fuck. Look, we are historically a cheap franchise. Like all these new Bengal fans, it's funny. I'm in a couple of like Facebook groups I just like to stalk, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, what's wrong?" I'm like, dude, you haven't been a fan for 30 years. Like, we have shitty ownership. I've said it on this podcast for the past 4 years. Our ownership is bad. Our front office is bad, and like we don't shell out cash. And like, unless you're Joe Burrow, which we did, that was an anomaly. But like, yes, Trey Hendrickson, he got a new extension, but it's a 1-year extension. He proved that he belongs in the talks with the Watts and the Myles Garretts last year. You got to pay him. T. Higgins deserves to get paid. I don't think these guys are going anywhere. I think they're going to be in the orange and black this year. But I think we kind of shot ourselves in the foot for the future. And like, this is a 1-year window for us to get these guys some Super Bowl rings in orange and black. I'm not surprised, but I'm fucking pissed. Thoughts from you guys?
Bro, I feel bad. Like, damn. Like everybody just wants out all of a sudden. Like, I'm kind of wondering like what's going through Jamar's head. Like, does he even remember he plays football? Like, we haven't heard shit from him, so I guess he's cool. But at the same time, is he cool? And so to have all this movement within the Bengals, the Bengals just the Falcons' third round, not third round, but third quarterback. I think it's Logan Browning.
Yeah, we did. No. So we had Jake Browning.
Logan
Woodside. Yep.
Logan Woodside. So that's another QB you got, in the old range. But I don't know what's going on. I guess they figure like I'm tired of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for pregame. Like, please send help.
Yeah, we talked about that. Yeah. Fitz.
I'm just thinking this would make a great documentary is if they got like maybe 3 or 4 teams that had lost a Super Bowl and then talk about the process of like what happens within the organization and the aftermath, like
Mhm.
losing a Super Bowl. So like having someone like the 2015 Panthers or
Yeah.
the Cincinnati Bengals when they lost to the Rams. Or I was gonna say the Titans. The sad thing is like most of those guys are dying or they're already dead, like Steve
Yeah.
Kerr and Frank
R.I.P.
Whitehead, which is really sad. That would have been a great team. Just that I think that's part of this. I just feel like there's something about when you get to the Super Bowl and then you lose and then you're unable to like replicate that like immediately the next year. Or even worse, you just start blowing it. I don't know. I just feel like there's something where some teams can't handle it, like just like the 1 year of success.
Yeah.
Difference is they feel like a team that should be okay.
Yeah.
Like they should be able to win their division again. Maybe I don't know. It's a crowded field in the AFC, but I feel like they should be like a competitor.
And if
I don't
Joe
know.
Burrow doesn't get hurt,
I'm worried they're becoming what the Titans are now. Like the Titans were really consistent, especially in the playoffs
Mhm.
past few years, and then they just kind of fell apart. And I feel like the Bengals I'm worried they're on their way, like just to kind of nothing and having to rebuild again.
Yeah. Fashanu from Penn State, offensive tackle, drafted by the Jets. They're trying to protect Aaron Rodgers' Achilles there. Yeah. And I'll say it fits. I think you kind of hit the nail on the head. It's tough to maintain success, especially when you go to the finish line. I know it's a little different, but me coaching wrestling, had a team make the state championship. Next year, we make it back to the state championship. We failed both years. And then last year, we only make it to the Elite Eight. And it felt like me, the coaches, the energy of the kids, like we had nothing left to give at a point where it was like we're drained, we're tired. And that voice in your head is like, even if we go back, does it matter? Like you're just the second best team. You're the first place loser. And it stays with you. And now you amplify it on Super Bowl standards. Like I feel like that stays with you a little bit longer. So Fitz, I pick up what you're saying. Any other thoughts about
Also-
my Bungles?
No, but Jets just picked offensive tackle
That's what I just said. Fitz.
Alamonia. How you say his name?
I just said
Don't
Fashanu.
Don't even do
Fashanu.
it, man.
Yeah.
You don't gotta do it.
Chanu.
You don't gotta do that.
I love
Penn
when me and Devontae talk and Fitz just ignores us.
You don't even.
Sorry, I just can't.
No,
I can't
I don't.
multitask. So as soon as I like look, it's like in one ear out the other. So.
This guy.
You locked
guy.
in.
And the Broncos are on the clock.
They I don't know. I do wonder what the end game is going to be like. What that's why like y'all do have a first round pick, right?
Yeah, 18th.
Okay. So y'all got to go with bro from Oregon State, that tackle, the big Samoan dude.
Yeah.
Somebody, shit, you gotta do something on the line. You gotta have something to make shake. Maybe y'all will be the ones that take Dallas Turner.
Fuaga.
Yeah,
Yeah. A lot of people want Brock Bowers. I wouldn't mind tight end, but we need to beef up our line.
it's a lot of other tight ends y'all can grab, like Jaheim Bell.
Yeah. I like Brian Murphy, the defensive tackle from Texas, too, to replace DJ Reader, but we'll see. All right. Transfer portal. They just had new rules, and now as long as you're in good academic standing, you don't have to sit out. I feel like we saw this coming, right? Like, I feel like this is a no-brainer after COVID and everything. I'm not surprised. I'm not shocked by it. I hate it for like rising freshmen coming in college, like seniors in high school, because now, like if I'm a coach, would I really get someone that's proven, that's played college ball, and that's bigger, stronger, and faster, or do I want the unproven cat? Obviously, I'm going to take the proven cat. Now, I feel like this just kind of widens that gap even more, especially D1, D2 level. But thoughts from you guys real quick about transfer portal rules.
I'm trying to figure out when they started caring about academic standards and shit. and if this is actually going to be enforced, because like, what if people have different standards? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, one school's standards might be higher or lower than the next school, and it also reminds me of what happened to Caleb Love, and he was trying to go to Michigan, and quote unquote, they said one of the classes wouldn't transfer or he didn't have the grades, one of the two. And it's interesting coming from UNC because they have a history of not having classes and shit.
Yep.
So I'm wondering, like, what's up with that? Then he just so happens to end up at Arizona, which I don't even know if they have academic standards in the whole state of Arizona. So that's kind of wild. I don't know. Make your bread however you like, but let's not play with academics like that. That's cup of tea.
I don't know. I think you gotta let the players do what they want to do. It's just it's a different time. I don't know. I think the players just have more. They have more freedom. They're obviously just NIL opened a whole new realm. They're thinking about where can I brand myself. That might be one thing, as well as where do I want playing time? Where am I going to have success? There's just more factors that come in. And I feel like you just have to say, like, wow, the players are taking this really seriously and are like, the ones that, like, if you're a kid that changes your school every, you play for 3 different schools, I think props to you. I mean, like, it's, people can complain about it. I think the kids can do what they want. If the NCAA wants to make a change about it, I think that maybe the schools just have to lean heavily into, like, the NIL is like, brand those kids that are faces to the school. Pay them, just go ahead and pay them money. That'll keep them around.
Yeah.
I don't know why you want to complain now.
No, I think you're right. If you want to keep them there, pay them more. And we saw this coming. It was going to become a semi-professional league with NIL and stuff. And if you want to keep them, you better be able to dish it out. Reports are, internet's reporting Broncos taking Bo Nix, quarterback, Oregon State. That's the rumor. It hasn't been official yet. That's what the internet's barking at. Okay. I don't love it. Don't love it at all. Roger Goodell's up in the stands. We'll see. Did the Twitter sphere get it right?
They did get Bo Nix.
Bo Nix, Denver Broncos. Dude, what a reach.
Jeez. That is the weirdest
There's a lot of
quarterback
reaching
room.
going on.
Oh, yeah.
That QB room is gonna be.
So you got the MILF hunter, Zach Wilson. You got Bo Nix, who's the same age, if not older than Zach Wilson.
They out confirmed same age.
And there's somebody else. I can't. Who's? There's a third one in there that doesn't make sense.
Jarrett Stidham still.
Oh, maybe Stidham's in there. Yeah, man. You imagine being a Broncos fan? Like, yeah, we have Russell Wilson. We're gonna upgrade, and then you get fucking Wilson or Zach Wilson and Bo Nix. Like, oh.
They got 3 of the same quarterback. That's crazy.
Yeah, you definitely downgraded from Russell. Maybe less corny, but you definitely downgraded. All right, last subject here. They're finally coming out with a Stuart Scott 30 for 30, a guy that we grew up, that helped us into our sports media, sports career here. Stuart Scott, he's getting a 30 for 30. I hope they do right, and I think they will do right because obviously it's ESPN product. Stuart Scott, ESPN for life. I'm excited for this. I've always loved Stuart Scott. I've loved his story, his journey, and now you get to see it in 30 for 30. I can't wait. Clue on the other side of the pillow. There's so many names that come up with it because all his catchphrases were phenomenal. Fitz, I know you're a big Stuart Scott guy. Keith, big Stuart Scott guy like myself. I mean, if you didn't like Stuart Scott, what the hell are you doing? He was Sports Center for us growing up. He was part of the Mount Rushmore of Sports Center anchors. That's from you guys.
I just hope they don't ESPN it. Just don't make it corny. Like, just like you can tell the story without getting all hokey. Like, I think we're all curious. Yes, what were the early beginnings of Sports Center and ESPN, and then also like who are the key players in that? And yeah, if it's about Stuart Scott, then yeah, sure. Like, how did Stuart Scott? How was he one of those pieces to pave the way?
Yeah.
Because I'm actually curious about the other guys. Like Chris Berman was there when they got started. Tom Jackson. When did Stuart Scott kind of come in? And they were doing things that were so different from everybody, and kind of set the tone for what is modern sports media.
Yeah.
As we know it. So I am curious what Stuart Scott's story is, but I'm also kind of predicting right now they're not going to go there. They're going to be really fucking corny about it.
Yeah.
And that's my fear. I don't, I hope that's not what it is, but I have that feeling. It
That
could
gut
just be
feeling.
ESPN blowing itself and just being really lame. But they have an opportunity to tell a cool story.
Like I didn't even think about the ESPN portion. Like now I'm kind of leery. Like, oh man, this is gonna be all ESPN and everybody. Even I bet you they'll put people that never even work with them that like said like, oh, he has such an impact, which is cute and cool, but like I see what you're saying. Like they're trying to make it dramatic, like they did with the Last Dance, try to tell some untruths on the man. But we'll see.
Some untruths.
Were those things untrue, by the way? I've heard that, but I don't know. Like, I don't know how. I know Horace Grant spoke very openly. I know Scottie Pippen said some things. I don't
The way
know.
they explained it, like they didn't feel untrue. They were like, I don't know. I just like
It's just a
they
little
said
bit
it
of
wasn't
like
true, but at the same time,
it's just a little bit of like Michael Jordan.
there was like film on it. It was like it's film. What do you mean? Like, oh, maybe he changed the story to keep somebody, i.e., himself, out of trouble. I don't know, but there's only so much lying that happened if you have like film. Like they carry big ass cameras around all the time back in the day. Like somebody got something. Everything's not untrue.
Brock Bowers, Raiders, tight end.
Damn, didn't they just they got Michael Mayer last year, right?
Yeah, they did. Double tight end set. Oh, gets me excited. Rich get richer, I guess. I don't know if he'll fit the Raider culture. As I said, he looks like he should be doing taxes, but we'll see him and Max Crosby. Maybe he'll get called a little ass boy. We'll see. But I love it. Also, I don't know if you guys saw Brock Bowers, his like setup. He's got, I don't know, a sister or girlfriend that's like, he's in between his parents, and there's a girl to the left of him. Her leg is fully tatted. I want to know her story. And there's a girl behind him who has the biggest eyes. She was like, Oakland or Vegas. Where's Vegas at? Like, she's like all in. She looks like she's coked out. So maybe this is a good fit.
Man, Vegas is gonna ruin this, man.
Yeah, he looks like. Right. Anyways, but all the luck to him. Look at that family when you get a chance. They're wild. What a party there. Yeah.
Oh, someone's got the Raider. They got a Raider jacket.
Oh, they're
ready.
They knew, baby.
He was ready.
They were ready. All right. Pub parlay. Let's make a little money here. All right. So any day of the week you guys want, let's make it happen. I mean, tomorrow's Friday, so we could technically start tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday. Doesn't matter.
We usually do 2 days ahead, so we try Saturday, I guess.
We can go Saturday.
Okay.
Saturday. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna do it.
Uh-oh.
Give me the Vegas Knights over Dallas Saturday night.
Ooh.
I mean, it's in Vegas. Vegas has a chance to really put the nail in the coffin here.
Hockey has 7 games, right?
Yeah, best out of 7. This would be game 3.
I'll take the Magic over the Cavs.
Oh,
game.
2-2. They even it up, huh?
Yeah, I think they even it up. Yep.
Wow. Okay. Magic. One magic. This magic moment. All right, Devontae.
Hey, the Mariners over the D-backs.
Mariners, your boys.
Yeah, J.P. Crawford is out for 10 days.
Oof.
But they just beat the Rangers, winning the series, so that's cool. So hopefully they can carry it on.
Okay. I like it. All right, so we got Saturday, Vegas Knights, Golden Knights, Magic, and then Seattle Mariners, money line, all three of them. Let's make some money, boys. I think good odds, not risky. We'll make some safe money here. Devontae, you had a random question for us. You texted it to me. I like it.
Yeah, about Mark Martin. All right, so Mark Martin just went on somebody's podcast and talked about how one of his son's friends put him on the Gucci, and Gucci Man opened a whole new world for him, and like he even went to that. He said you had to go on Dat Piff and download his music. He didn't know what Dat Piff was until Luca. So the question is, if somebody looked at you, like kind of stereotyped you, what would be an artist that they would not expect you to listen to as much as you do?
Man, I don't know.
So like if you looked at you and you like, oh, he doesn't know nothing about that, but you actually do. Who was that artist? So I'll start. For me, it's been Maggie Rogers. Maggie Rogers is, so you know how like back in the day everybody was into Shania Twain?
Uh-huh.
I don't want to like equate them, but Maggie Rogers might be my Shania Twain. That's some good like guitar strumming music right there. Real
I like
peaceful.
it. Okay.
So Maggie Rogers.
Maggie Rogers. Yeah, I don't think I would have guessed that.
Yeah.
Man, this is
Love
tough.
that.
This is
Love
tough.
that person.
So who's looking at me? Myself?
I think just the outside world.
The outside
just
world.
like outside, like if I like were to take your plate, your iPod or something, and like I find an artist, I'm like, what the hell? Like, why is this on here? And you like, oh yeah, that type of thing.
Man, I listen to everything though.
I do too.
I feel like that's what's so like. If you know, I listen to everything.
But like, what's the everything that's the most consistent?
I don't know. Wu-Tang Clan. Like I have a lot of. I remember
You look like you listen to Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah, see, that's the thing is I feel like I look like
You
that.
look like it.
I had a nickname at App State. Someone when I picked them up in my car, he called me Slow Jams. That was a nickname.
Because of Twista?
Like Slow Jam. Because I always had Slow Jams on, and then also that song was actually one of my favorite songs.
All right, so what are some of the slow jams? Because
I mean, like anything from like Mario.
Jodeci.
Yeah, I couldn't pronounce them. Jodeci.
Right,
I got it now.
Jodeci.
Jodeci.
Okay, all right. So there you go. That works.
But I don't know. The other thing is like, so like, I think one of my top artists, the Rolling Stones, was actually, I think they were like my most played artist from this past year. Tattoo You, the whole Tattoo You album is incredible. Like Rolling Stones might be like, I would make a case if I was like in a bar argument, I would say, yeah, this is the best band ever.
Yeah,
like the Rolling Stones are just they were just.
I don't know, but you win the app though. Like that feels on brand for somebody that win the app.
Yeah, and again, like it's like my dad's
like,
music.
just
like I know it's not really obscure.
Yeah.
Maybe The Cure. I used to run to The Cure a lot. If we're talking like British bands. I just listen to anything. It just depends on the mood I'm in.
Yeah.
Cranberries. I'm just like looking at my like, oh, what about like Creed or Alter Bridge? I get
not
on like
good
a
at
get on like a Creed kick,
Your answer
man.
already. Like, Mario
Dude,
was
Creed goes hard. Nickelback, I
Everybody
fuck
does.
with some Nickelback. Like people want to hate. Some of those bands really kill it.
Yeah, I agree.
So I don't know any of those. I don't know. It's so hard to, again, as we just started talking about music, like this is the beauty of music. There's so many flavors. There's so many things out there. I don't understand people that only listen to like country music. Like
Yeah.
I only listen to country music. It's like, okay, well, there's a whole other palette. Like, do you only eat chicken fingers? Like,
Right.
like there's all these different things you can be pulling from,
Yeah.
you know?
And I think all three of us have really. You pick up our playlist. We've got a lot of variety, which I think that's just who we are as people. We're not put ourselves in a shoebox there.
Yeah. See, Hacky,
Who you
when I
got,
see
Hacky?
Hacky, the first song that comes to
You shot me
mind
from
is
time to
some
time.
where the hood, where the hood, where the hood.
some X.
Yeah, you seem like a DMX
I
guy.
do love DMX. Yeah, see, I don't know. Like, I think
I will say, like, for me, and vice versa was crazy because one of my cousins had to put me onto that song, and that wasn't up until I played football.
dude.
Actually, no. That was actually a little bit before, but like and that was like, what the hell?
Pastor Troy,
Like,
baby. That was our
yeah.
pregame. Like that and put on for the city with Jeezy. That was it.
So like you played that for pregame while you were in high school, like the whole locker room played that?
Oh yeah, bro. Yeah.
That's wild. That's
I know you
actually
think
wild to
mountains,
me.
you're like, all right, they're yeah,
that's what I'm
yeah.
saying. Like it's like that fits like and Mario is already because you're from the same area.
Yeah.
But again, I forget like we're the same age, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
So,
It's tough, man. Yeah, I think people look at me and either they think like Metallica and Pantera, like, in which I listen to rock, or they might think like Fitz does, who knows me a little bit. I listen to DMX and stuff, so I don't know.
you got the big cross tattoo, so I was
Yeah, right.
Creed.
Arms wide open. I do love Creed. Yeah, I don't like maybe like the Spanish music, thanks to my wife and her family.
Oh yeah.
Like a little Mark Anthony and Elvis Casano or something. Like
Mhm.
maybe that's a little off brand for me. I don't know.
Yo, listen to
Peso
Peso
Pluma, no.
Man.
Hey, man, Peso Pluma kind of hits. Like I know, I found him just listening to one Bad Bunny song, and Spotify put me onto a whole rabbit hole.
I'm gonna check it
Damn,
out.
This is a whole new world.
I'm gonna peep it. Good episode.
That was one of
boys.
the best. Hey, by the way, that was one of the best wedding receptions because of the
Spanish music. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I just remember
Real.
somebody's family member. It was definitely the bride.
It was definitely glorious. Yeah.
Yeah, someone was teaching me how to dance. Like I don't know, like you gotta feel it. You
It's
gotta
probably one
feel
of the
it in your-
Tias.
Your whole body, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah. I'm doing it. Yo, it was
It
wild.
was so good. It was
It'd
so
go from
good.
like Latin salsa music to like
Yeah.
90s R&B to a little.
I just remember when Despacito came on. Oh, like everyone was out there. Everyone was going nuts.
Claudia played WAP twice because it was her wedding. She's like, we're gonna listen to WAP twice. It was wild. All right, hey, that's gonna do it for the episode. We'll catch you guys next week, and hopefully your draft is full of promise and your teams live up to it. Unless you're in the AFC North, fuck you.
Woo!
Yeah. Hey, good luck in everyone's draft. See you next week.
Hey, everybody. Just good
Oh
luck.
my gosh,
Fundamentals.
we would be the
go out there and
bad
be
boys of
friends.
Little League. I'm telling you now, we would beat the tar out of the other team.
I'm just gonna go out and say it. Joey Chestnut has to be on the pub.
Has
on
to be.
Pub more. I mean,
Has to be.
Dramatic, man. That was a journey.
First time on air. Anything to say to Lawan here to get him back?
Look, bro, there are stories I could tell people about Lawan, but we'll keep those right here. I'm gonna let him live.
So smart, and my team looks dumb. He's a big baby. This
Dude,
man
those graphics.
ripped